HYBE threatens with lawsuit, Korean netizens are outraged, K-pop agencies are deleting the Korean from K-pop, and more BTS news. HYBE, the agency representing BTS, has recently expressed concern and issued a warning to the military letter application, the camp, for utilizing the images and names of BTS members who are currently enlisted in the military without authorization. The agency is considering taking legal action, citing this as a breach of the right to publicity. This right allows individuals to monetarily benefit from the use of their name, face, and other personal attributes. Reports from various media sources revealed that the camp had been using the BTS members' likenesses and names across its service without any consent from the artists themselves or from Big Hit Music, their music label. The camp is an online platform that enables relatives and friends to send letters to military recruits. This service is accessible both through a mobile app and the internet. Once soldiers complete their initial training and are stationed in their respective units, they have the option to respond via the app. The camp established itself as a key communication service for the Army after entering a business agreement with the South Korean military. The issue arose when the camp began using BTS's intellectual property rights without permission. HYBE noticed that the platform was featuring numerous images and names of BTS members in its recommended Star Soldier service, which provides updates on the artist's military life and engages fans through community activities. Furthermore, the camp created and managed separate communities for each BTS member, misleadingly adding the word official to these groups. HYBE, which holds the rights to manage BTS's official fan community, viewed this as a direct infringement of their rights. The camp also marketed dolls and soldier name tags on their e-commerce platform, the Camp Mall, using the real names of BTS members. These dolls were sold at premium prices, and HYBE maintains that the names of the artists are also part of their intellectual property. Initially, it was the BTS fans who brought attention to the camp's unauthorized usage of the group's likeness. These fans had previously hinted at a potential boycott of the service. Upon receiving reports from fans, HYBE sent a formal letter to the camp, highlighting that their actions constituted a breach of the Unfair Competition Prevention Act due to the misuse of publicity rights, the Electronic Commerce Act by deceiving fans and consumers, and the Personal Information Protection Act through the disclosure of detailed service information about the artists. In reaction to HYBE's objections, the camp removed all Beats-related content and halted the sale of the doll and name tag sets. However, it has been reported that the BTS community on the platform is still active, with claims from the camp that it was formed spontaneously by fans, not by the service provider. HYBE is contemplating legal proceedings against the camp, arguing that exploiting the intellectual property of an artist who has enlisted in the military undermines the entertainment industry, which invests significantly in discovering and nurturing talent. They assert that being a startup does not exempt the camp from respecting these norms. On the other hand, the camp has yet to release an official statement regarding the dispute over the infringement of BTS publicity rights. Normally, idol fans and their management companies do not take issue with the camp's operations, as it allows fans to maintain communication with their idols serving in the military. This includes sending letters and receiving official updates, including photos from the military units. This function of the camp is a general service available to all South Korean citizens for staying connected with their loved ones in the military. However, the situation escalated when the camp began to exploit BTS's intellectual property without authorization. The public's response to these actions has been overwhelmingly negative, with many Koreans expressing their displeasure and concern. Citizens question the appropriateness of the military using BTS for commercial gain, given that soldiers are not supposed to engage in financial activities while serving. The controversy intensified with revelations that the military might be profiting from celebrity soldiers, a move seen as contradictory to South Korean laws prohibiting soldiers from working or generating profit while in service. The situation drew widespread criticism, with people condemning the military's involvement in profit-making ventures using soldiers, and the audacity of the camp in selling unofficial merchandise. Amidst this backlash, the camp, a private service collaborating with the military to provide updates about soldiers, has yet to issue a formal response regarding the controversy surrounding the use of BTS for profit. The situation highlights the complex interplay between celebrity culture, military service, and commercial interests in South Korea. Recently, fans of the popular K-pop group BTS received updates about two of its members, Jungkook and Jimin, who are currently serving in the military. A notable update on January 9th revealed that Jungkook and Jimin have successfully acclimated to their new military environment. Despite wearing masks, the charming attributes of these two BTS members were still discernible in the photos. The images also indicated that they have formed a close bond with their squad. Fans have expressed their happiness and relief at seeing Jungkook and Jimin adjust well to army life. Many commented on the reassurance they felt seeing the two together, appreciating the buddy system in the military, which allows friends to enlist, serve, and be discharged together. This system has enabled Jungkook and Jimin to be assigned to the same squad, providing a sense of comfort to both them and their fans. Comments from fans ranged from expressions of joy at seeing them healthy and together, to admiration for their continued camaraderie as the oldest and youngest members of the group. The general sentiment among the fans was one of relief and contentment at seeing both Jungkook and Jimin doing well in the military. BTS tourist spots are starting to disappear. Across Korea, numerous BTS-related sculptures and murals are facing removal following intervention by HYBE, the agency representing the globally famous K-pop group BTS. HYBE has issued formal requests to various local governments, including the city of Samcheok, for the dismantling of these installations, citing infringement of intellectual property rights. 10 Asia, a media outlet, reported that Samcheok City has decided to take down a BTS photo zone sculpture and accompanying information sign at Mangbang Beach. This decision came after HYBE's letter last year, which demanded the removal of all BTS-related sculptures. Despite attempts to negotiate with HYBE, the city found its efforts unsuccessful, resulting in the loss of a significant tourist attraction. Several locations across the country have gained popularity due to their association with BTS. These include beaches, breakwaters, bus stops, and stations, known for being featured in BTS music video shoots. Mangbang Beach, for instance, is recognized as the backdrop for the cover of BTS hit song Butter. In Gangneung, a bus stop named Spring Day Stop, the Red Lighthouse in Yeongdeok, dubbed the BTS Lighthouse, and the BTS murals in Gamcheon Culture Village, Busan, are among such notable spots. Additionally, in Daegu, there are streets adorned with murals of BTS members V and Suga. However, HYBE has raised concerns about the use of BTS's trademarks and image rights in these public installations. A local government official conveyed to 10 Asia that HYBE's demand for demolition was based on potential legal issues stemming from the infringement of intellectual property rights. HYBE has reportedly declined any negotiations, citing a lack of precedent, leaving local authorities with no option but to comply with the removal. Samcheok City, for instance, is planning to dismantle its BTS sculpture within the week. The response from some local governments has been one of disappointment. These sculptures and murals were created to cater to fans visiting sites featured in BTS's music videos and album covers, serving public interest and boosting tourism. Yet, the local governments perceive HYBE's measures as overly strict. HYBE, on its part, maintains that it generally does not permit the use of its intellectual property for street construction, sculpture, or mural production by government ministries, local governments, or public institutions. The company's stance is guided by concerns that unregulated use of their intellectual property could adversely affect the artist's images, especially if continuous management of these installations becomes challenging. With Samcheok's impending demolition of its BTS sculpture, there is a likelihood that similar structures in other regions might also be dismantled. An official from a local government owning a BTS-related tourist site expressed hope for a possible agreement that allows for continued management, considering the significance of these attractions in promoting local tourism, including attracting international visitors. BTS's Suga recently recounted an unexpected yet memorable encounter with a renowned singer, which had a lasting impact on him. This story was shared in the teaser of his YouTube show, Suchwita, revealing an interaction that dates back to BTS's early days as a group. During their initial years, BTS, known for their hard work and perseverance, faced numerous challenges due to their affiliation with a smaller record label. In various interviews and documentaries, the members have often reflected on the difficulties of not having industry seniors to guide them. However, one particular encounter with a senior artist stood out for Suga and has remained with him over the years. The senior artist in question, Jung Yoonghwa from the popular pop-rock band CN Blue, is set to feature as a guest on Suga's show. CN Blue, which debuted in 2009, has experienced significant success in South Korea. Jung, the band's leader and main vocalist, is also known for his roles as an actor and a TV personality. After completing their military services, the band members renewed their contracts in 2020 and have continued their active presence in the music scene. Suga recalled meeting Young in a restroom back in 2015, a time when BTS was still finding its footing in the music industry. During this encounter, Young offered words of encouragement, confidently predicting that BTS would achieve great success in the future. This supportive interaction left a deep impression on Suga. Young humorously commented that he had an early intuition about BTS's future success and thought it wise to forge a connection with them. He also shared that his friendship with multiple BTS members began when Jimin approached him, sharing their common hometown of Busan. The teaser for Suchwita gave a glimpse into the close friendship between Young and Suga, a relationship previously unknown to many fans. Their conversation on the show is anticipated to reveal more about this unexpected bond formed in the early days of BTS's journey. The docuseries BTS Monuments Beyond the Star offers an intimate look into the lives of the members of BTS, delving into their lesser-known struggles and triumphs. It provides a detailed narrative of their journey, highlighting not just their global fame, but also the adversities they faced, including a critical moment when the group nearly disbanded. The series features candid insights from Jungkook and J-Hope, and now V and Jimin have also opened up about what they felt was the end of a chapter for the group. The series illustrates a particularly challenging time for BTS, when Bang PD informed them that the pandemic would halt their concerts indefinitely. This news deeply saddened the members, with Jungkook expressing uncertainty about what he had to look forward to. However, the group eventually had the opportunity to perform at Los Angeles' Sophie Stadium, a moment that brought excitement but also fear. They were plagued with the anxiety that it might be their last concert, and that they might never get to perform worldwide again, a concern that took a toll on their mental well-being. In the 5th episode, following their dynamic performance of Fire, the group reflected on the significance of this concert. The layover singer commented that the concert was a precious and pivotal time for all 7 members, feeling like it marked the end of an era. He hoped it was as unforgettable for their fans, ARMY, as it was for them. RM lamented the fact that they couldn't take this concert experience to other parts of the world, questioning whether it would be a one-off event that would eventually fade from memory. Jimin, sharing his thoughts, revealed his mixed feelings of gratitude and uncertainty about performing again. He described how each song felt like a finale, and every moment felt climactic during the performance. Following the members' enlistment in the military, there has been a resurgence of interest in their past works. This renewed attention has led to their music climbing back up on billboards and music sales charts, underscoring the enduring support and dedication of their fanbase. K-pop, traditionally defined by its Korean origins and language, is witnessing a significant shift in its composition and approach. The term, initially indicative of music sung in Korean by artists trained in Seoul, is evolving as K-pop management companies increasingly recruit international talent. This strategy aims to connect more closely with global audiences by featuring artists from various nationalities. A notable example is the girl group Black Swan, consisting of members from diverse backgrounds, including Senegalese-Belgian Fatou, Brazilian-German Gabi, American NV, and Indian Shreya. Initially having Korean members at its debut in 2020, the group has seen a transformation with their departure. Other groups like Niziu, an all-Japanese girl group produced by JYP Entertainment, and Horizon, composed of 7 Filipinos, represent a broader trend of non-Korean K-pop acts. Some groups, while including Korean members, predominantly feature artists from other countries. Cat's Eye, a new girl group, is a collaboration between HYBE and American label Geffen Records. It includes only one Korean member, Yoonchae, with others from the United States, the Philippines, and Switzerland. The group, formed from the winners of the audition program, the debut Dream Academy, will initially focus on the international market before launching in Korea. HYBE chairman Bang PD expressed his long-standing aspiration to cultivate talent using K-pop methodologies to create a global group in the K-pop style. He emphasized that while respecting K-pop traditions, these new groups would use Korea as a significant platform for their musical activities. JYP Entertainment is set to debut its American girl group, VCHA, created in collaboration with New York-based Republic Records through the competition show A2K. The group comprises American, Korean American, and Canadian members. Meanwhile, SM Entertainment, known for NCT and aespa, plans to launch a British boy band in cooperation with Moon and Back, blending K-pop elements into the group's music and choreography. According to Kim Jin-woo, head researcher at Circle Chart, these developments signify K-pop's ambition to expand its global footprint in the pop industry. However, K-pop's market presence remains relatively modest. accounting for less than 2% of global music record and streaming sales. Kim predicts a shift towards a more Western appearance in female K-pop acts, and a strategy akin to One Direction for male groups to enhance their global presence. Lee Gyutag, a professor of cultural studies at George Mason University, Korea, observes that K-pop is embracing universality in music. He cites the example of BTS Jungkook, whose solo tracks like 7, 2023, align with Western pop standards, differing from BTS's earlier Korea-centric approach. As K-pop evolves, it is expected to integrate into other cultures, potentially leading to subgenres like American K-pop or European K-pop. However, the industry grapples with whether to retain its Korean elements amidst this diversification. While Bang advocates for removing the K to mainstream K-pop, Lee argues for discovering new aspects of Koreanness to attract fans. K-pop's sales dynamics are also changing, with declining sales in Southeast Asia and China despite reaching record highs globally. This trend may be attributed to a shift in musical taste or a growing preference for relatable, localized K-pop acts like Indonesia's HYBE. The future likely holds intensified competition among traditional and globalized K-pop groups, vying for top positions on international music charts, heralding an era of limitless competition. In a remarkable incident reminiscent of a movie plot, two young girls in Pakistan embarked on a daring journey to meet the globally famous K-pop group BTS. The girls were eventually located in Lahore, as reported by Pakistani police on Tuesday, according to Dawn. The police stated that the girls, who are friends, went missing last week. Their disappearance prompted their parents to file a complaint at the police station. The father of one of the girls reported that they were last seen at his home with his daughter's friend before they suddenly went missing. Karangi's senior superintendent of police, Abraiz Ali Abbasi, revealed that a diary found in one of the girls' homes provided crucial insights into their plan. The diary contained information about train timetables and their intent to travel to South Korea to meet BTS. Abbasi mentioned that their plan also involved another friend, who was later interviewed by the police. The police investigation, which included forensic examination of WhatsApp chats, deleted browsing data, and the diary, confirmed that the girls had left their homes with the intention of joining their favorite band in South Korea. The extensive search operation led by the police eventually traced the girls to Lahore. Abbasi explained that they were found in the custody of the Lahore police, having traveled there by train. Additionally, he disclosed that the girls had wanted to take a relative with them, who declined to join. Their online research and preparation were meticulous, including information about what to do in South Korea and plans to reach Islamabad by train. They had even looked up cultural specifics like appropriate clothing and customs to observe in South Korea. The Lahore police coordinated with Karachi authorities to ensure the safe return of the girls to their hometown. In light of this incident, Abbasi urged parents to monitor their children's internet usage more closely. The girls were discovered in a distressed state by a patrolling constable from the Pakistan Railways Police. They had disguised themselves to avoid detection, according to the constable who found them. During initial questioning, the girls expressed discontent with their parents' indifferent attitude, as reported by the Railways Police spokesperson. They expressed a desire to establish their independence. Culture journalist Rabia Mahmood commented on the incident, noting that such extreme actions by fans, known as stans, are not surprising given their dedication to idols. Mahmood suggested that creating safer, organized fan spaces could enable younger fans to express their enthusiasm in a more open and secure environment, reducing the likelihood of such risky endeavors.